Hey, this is James from My Take on Reality. In this episode, we're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days Tell All Part 1. Let's get it. Now, there's an old saying, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Well, these people are hurling bricks. Now, historically, the tell-alls can be kind of boring for the most part because nobody really gets pressed about any real issues. Now, this cast, on the other hand, they are tripping balls. How does Ben, Captain Creepy, seriously look at Kim and say, "You're way too aggressive"? In what universe does this happen? Was she aggressive? Absolutely. If Kim was Ken and Usman was Ursula, somebody would have called the cops. To have Ben say something though, this detached dimwit spent weeks chasing a woman who is literally half his age. At least Kim didn't press Usman's using religion. Oh, God put us together, and God wants us to have this relationship, and God wants me to come here and meet you, and God wants you to take all this crap I'm trying to put on you, and you just got to eat it because, God said so. I mean, if you look at Ben, he's a middle-aged man who got sunned by a woman who is barely old enough to buy alcohol. What are you doing with your life, Ben? And what makes this episode crazy as cat shit, everybody in the cast has the ability to see everybody else's problems clearly. Mike tells Gino he's getting used for money. Wait, what? It gets better. Then he criticizes Gino for giving money to women that he's dating. Dude, have you met Jimena? The killer was, Mike had the nerve to sit there and shake his head like, I can't believe you would pay a woman for her time and attention. That's completely ridiculous. And of course, I can't leave off the best part. When it was revealed Gino met Jasmine on a sugar daddy website, ironically, Jasmine screamed at Gino for having sugar babies. Go figure. When in fact, she would be considered a sugar baby. Go figure. But I digress. Mike was completely aghast. He couldn't believe it. He was shocked. But it occurred to me that this tell-all, although it happened after they started airing the show and they started airing the season, Mike wasn't aware that Jimena actually sat down and told the truth. That Mike met her on a cam girl site where she was a model and he would pay to talk to her. And from those conversations, that's how they developed their relationship. But Mike was paying off Rip just to even have, hey, how you doing? He sent her money. As with most shows like this, these reality shows, there's always an underlying theme. Like a lot of the characters pretty much align with each other. For instance, Jimena and Jasmine's stories are very similar. Both have financial motivations for their relationships. They're dating their guys because they provide a lifestyle and or money to them, and that's why they're in the relationships. They're mirrors of each other. Mike and Gino are clearly paying for their paramour's time and attention. So they have a lot of similarities. Ben and Kim are trying to pressure the person they are paired with into a relationship. Now, ironically, neither Usman nor Mahogany have any interest in taking their relationships beyond social media. So they meet them on websites or whatever the case may be. They conversate and they have these love affairs, and the people involved come out and say, oh, I have such strong feelings to you. And it doesn't mean anything because when they meet them in person, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That was just virtual reality. In reality, we aren't anything. We aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. We're just kind of talking, trying to see what's what. And neither Kim nor Ben could handle that fact. And don't think for a minute that I forgot Ella. She's very similar to Mike because both use their physical appearances to shield themselves from criticism. Mike gets to act like a pretentious teenager in an 80s rom-com because he's small. Ella gets to bring all the boys to the yard because she's big. Now please don't think I'm insulting the big girls. Nope. Big girls be tearing it down. Watch an episode of 600 Pound Life. Not only do they have boyfriends and husbands, they have these guys doing things that most thin women's men would never consider doing, i.e., bathroom break, booty duty. There are parts of their anatomy that they themselves can't reach because they're so big, and the guys have to go in and take care of the paperwork. I won't get too deep into it, but you can figure it out. If you watch an episode and you're just not getting it, watch an episode and you'll see what I'm talking about. So by acting against these stereotypes, Mike being small and childlike, Ella being more roundish in stature, they fly against their stereotypes and they fly under people's radars. Now, full confession, out of everybody so far, Ben, to me, is the worst. Because flat out, he's a hypocrite. Mike is trash because he's a liar. But Ben, he tries to hold out this image that he's a good man. But in reality, he's a snaggletooth wolf in sheep's clothing. A hypocrite is far more dangerous than a dishonest man. See, a dishonest man will lie to you, whereas a hypocrite lies to you and themselves. Ben believes his own gobshite. Now, just to round everything out, so far I'm kind of watching the tell-alls to see what happened, but I got to tell you, right off rip, I suspect a setup. As an aside, I think Ben set Gino up. If you recall, right before everyone went to the set, they pulled Ben aside. Later, it happened to be Ben's friend who had all this information about Gino trying to contact her. Gino, the dude with the crazy jealous fiance. You know, granted, Gino is an idiot, but I just don't think, and I don't get the vibe based on the text messages so far, that he was trying to get at Ben's friend. Either way, if I was Gino, I would light Ben's butt up. You snitch on me, we all gonna get it. I'm not gonna be the only one to leave the show single. The crazy part is, because of the way the show is aligned and everybody is insane, this has the potential to turn into a relative circular firing squad. Because they're all jacked up. Either way, we'll see what happens in part 2. If Ben has too much to say when his friend comes into play, then we'll definitely know who did what. As for me, that's my take on the 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 days tell-all. Let me know what your take is. Hit the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life